Hi, I'm Kellee Malone, your full service, full resource realtor, and everyone selling your home always thinks of everything that they probably should have done during the course of living in their property, renovations, repairs, and that. So I wanted to bring Gio from Bella Terra Landscape Design here to talk about landscape and how important that is, because I tell you what, many people, they can't afford to get the landscaping done. Right. And it is critical when people are buying homes, especially now today, the high interest rates, the they're paying high insurance, and they just kind of barely can squeak into a home. So it's really important with sellers considering selling their homes that they take care of these things ahead of time. And as an agent, oftentimes I'm fronting the money to help that and get it back in my commission later. We add it to there, but let's talk about that for a second. Like, what do you do? What do you offer?
Yeah, so we are a full-fledged landscape design company. Okay. We've been here in the Temecula Valley for 23 years now.
Nice,
yeah,
long time.
Yeah, we've done many a project in those 23 years, as you can imagine. And what we specialize in, Kellee, is helping our clients strategize, right? And as much as we are a design firm, with the cost of things, especially today, as you know,
sure.
Right?
Yep.
Since COVID, everything's continued to go up, and it hasn't come back down at all. So helping our clients strategize for how to implement our designs is really what we specialize in and what makes us different, right? So we are not just selling a pretty picture. This can be your yard. This
sure.
can be your pool. What we are is a design firm, of course, but we help our clients with the proper planning of things. So whether you are a first-time buyer and you've put everything you had into purchasing the home and sure. There isn't all that money left over to put right. in the pool or whatever,
yep.
we come up with the dream, right, by interviewing our clients and just kind of picking their brains. And everybody starts with a wish list this big,
yes.
and eventually gets funneled down to something that fits the home, the style of the home, the functionality of the family, and the budget.
Right.
Right. So to keep it simple, all of us want more than we can afford, right? It's just the American way.
Yes, it is.
So what we specialize in is coming up with a set of plans that we can help the client install over time, right?
Okay.
In the proper sequence, so they're not tearing anything out later, right?
Wow.
So planning for future.
Okay.
Right? So we do that with clients when they purchase a new home, an older home that needs to get a facelift, or even for somebody that's selling, right? A home that looks as good on the outside as it does on the inside is always going to sell quicker.
Always,
So,
and
yes.
that's it, especially right now. And again, I'm finding with my listings that are turnkey, more turnkey,
yeah.
Everything starts with that curb appeal.
That's right.
And that's an expense. The curb appeal, the backyard.
Yeah.
When buyers are buying because they're squeaking in to a property, they don't often have the money to do that. So the more that's done for them inside and outside, the better. And so, I have sellers that, again, they have, dirt backyards where, we need something done right now. People are kind of throwing mulch down. Or
yeah.
I've got one house currently that is not selling because of the yard,
yeah.
the backyard. It's got a huge sheer slope, and my seller doesn't want to deal with it. Yeah. Well, neither does any buyer
right.
currently. So
well, they say first impressions are everything, right? And it certainly is the case with when you're looking for a home,
right?
Right. If you drive up and see the front of that house pop and look amazing,
sure.
It's only going to get better once they walk in the door,
right?
Right. So it doesn't have to be an expensive thing. It doesn't have to be an over-the-top thing to make a house look, amazing and give it that curb appeal that you would want as a seller. So you're right. Simple mulch, some plants, a little bit of lighting goes a long way, sure. Right? Because chances are they're going to be driving by that home at night as well.
Yep.
So lighting is something that for us is a must, right? And of course, it's all low voltage LED, so it's not going to cost an arm and a leg to
right.
operate these lights.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So do you have like you're an architect?
No, we're a landscape design firm.
Design firm. So
yeah,
you're doing the designing
yes.
of the yard, but
yes.
but all through, you mentioned pools.
Yes, so we basically take care of and address anything and everything outside, whether it's an ADU, whether it's putting in a pool or a pool remodel, or this is Temecula. Everybody's got a slope that's either going uphill or downhill,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So how do we address those slopes and functionalize those spaces, right? Because when you have a downhill slope, and your yard is not that large, but you've got all this space that has nothing but potential,
Sure.
we will come in and show you how to best address that.
So in our scenario, and I'm glad we're having this conversation, because with my seller they don't want to, well, their concern is fixing up this slope
Yeah.
and putting money into it, and then a buyer coming and ripping it out and not liking it.
Yeah.
And so the conversations have gone, well, let's get some quotes. So we could get a quote for what that looks like, the cost could be, and maybe offer credit to a buyer that they could utilize with you. So that would be awesome.
Well, where we come in, and where people should considering, even if they don't hire us, should hire someone like us, is to come up with a plan of what that space is going to be, what it's going to entail to bring it to life, right? It's going to take X amount of plants, and X amount of feet of drip tubing, or X amount of trees, and X amount of lights. So we will put all this on a set of plans that you can then turn around and use and get bids off of, right? And now everyone's speaking the same language, right? The bids are coming in apples to apples, and you're not getting just conflicting information from every contractor that you speak to. So part of our service, Kellee, is to help our clients with that. Over the years, I've established an amazing list of great local guys that I would recommend to anyone, right? Guys that are licensed and insured and bonded and, the real deal, right? Unfortunately, there are more bad guys than good guys in this industry, so we want to make sure that we at least point our client in the right direction with, okay, we've got this gorgeous set of plans and we've got this amazing vision of what this area can be. Who do we talk to? Who do we call? Right?
Right.
So we can certainly help with that as well.
Awesome. Wow. So I just had a sliver of knowledge of all the things that you do, but that's amazing. That is amazing. So for all budgets, right?
Yes.
It can be, something that's simple to something exotic.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, whether you're a first-time buyer and it's taken everything you had to get into this home, but you've got a dirt lot and you've got kids or dogs or both, right? You need to get something on that ground. You need to get something that's not going to bring it all into the house, right? When the kids and the dogs are running around. So so that's our specialty, is to sit with our clients. Every one of our designs is custom. We don't stamp anything. It's a custom design to that particular client every time, right? So along with our plans, our two-dimensional plans that are to scale, we have the ability to present everything in an amazing 3D environment where we literally can walk you through the house and show you the view from the kitchen window or the living room slider or the upstairs bedroom balcony looking down, to make sure that you like and approve what this space can be and
so
go from there.
Someone contacts you, you meet with them, it's personalized, it's
It
custom, everything is custom. So from that point, you're presenting them the plans, they buy the plans.
Yep.
And then you're giving them some referrals for some good contractors that you know.
If they need us to help with that, yeah.
Okay.
Many times, there's a lot of clients that want to do it themselves. Or they're like, hey, my brother is a contractor, or my dad can do this, or my uncle can do that. Basically, we are giving our clients the tools that they need to either do it themselves, because we spec everything out. We will tell you how many plants, what size, what color, where they go. How many square feet of concrete or pavers, right? Or flagstone. That's amazing. Yeah. And then it's if the client's like, hey, I just don't even know where to start. Help me. Who do I call? Happy to do it. Right? Or if you're a do-it-yourselfer, you can certainly work off the plans in that aspect as well.
They have a vision, but they don't have the vision, but they have the know-how.
Yeah, and the other thing that we do before we put any pencil to paper is we will contact the city or county to make sure that we're playing by all the rules, right?
Got it, yep.
There are imaginary lines that you're not allowed to put things, beyond setbacks.
HOAs.
Yep. We also go through your HOA guidelines to make sure that when you submit, everything goes through the first time, right? We don't want, because that could take a few weeks.
Well, the architectural committees for some of our adjoining cities are pretty difficult.
They are, yeah. And they're only getting more and more difficult.
Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so cost, is it just as elaborate as someone wants to get, or do you have a...
Yeah, listen, I have clients that have tight budgets, and I have clients that have, ridiculous budgets, right? But at the end of the day, whether we're designing a courtyard for a condo or a 20-acre horse ranch, we're going to address it the same way. You know, what are the needs? What is the look and vibe you're going for?
Okay.
You know, we'll often ask clients to share their Pinterest boards with us, or their house idea books, or even just, you know, I get clients that still do it the old-fashioned way, 3-ring binder, and they're tearing out magazine photos, and here's the look that we're going for, right? So again, we're just going to take, you know, those 100 pictures that they send us and the wish list items and funnel it down to something that is going to fit the space, the budget, and the look and vibe that they're going for.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. That's awesome. Okay, so Gio, how will someone reach you?
Well, again, we're here. We're local. We're in Murrieta. They can go on our website, which is designyouryard.com.
Okay.
Or they can reach us, you know, obviously via phone, which is 855-YARD-PLANS.
Very nice.
Try to keep it simple.
Very good.
And obviously tons of pictures, tons of videos, before and afters, samples of the 3D work, tons of stuff on the website.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Appreciate you.
We appreciate you.